Lee, I guess the important place to start for us is the fact that we're going to have our fans back in 2 weeks' time when we host Coventry. That's a huge boost to the club.
Yeah, I think it's a great boost for the club, great boost for the league and football in general. So, it'd be great to have fans back at the ground against Coventry. Looking forward to it.
It's nice that we're going to have a home game before Christmas, and it'll be a nice way to hopefully round off a difficult year to have them back in the stadium. Because if you think about it, it'll be almost 12 months since they would have seen us in action in person.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a long time coming. There's lots of fans that want to come along and watch their games, whether it's Barnet, whether it's London Bees. We've only been able to watch a bit of Premier League football on the TV as such, and the FA Player has been great for providing opportunities for people to watch the game. But it's nothing like having the feel for how the game really is when you're here. So it'd be great for the players to be back in front of a crowd and get people back to the Hive.
A big game first though on Sunday, a difficult trip away to Leicester, but the girls must be buzzing to get going after the 2-week break.
100%. I think the 2-week break gives us an opportunity to reflect on how November went, which was good. We were pleased. Obviously, the Crystal Palace game didn't go the way we wanted to. The 10 players and that you can talk about it, but it wasn't the performance we wanted. But in general, November was good, and our league form and our league performances have been pretty good. So we need to take that into Leicester, and we know it's going to be a tough game. It's probably David and Goliath as far as budgets go and things like that. We know what Leicester have done, and they've done it really well. So lots of good players, and they're in great form. Their last result was obviously a big one as well. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game.
We've played a few of the teams at the top of the table, and they've not been too much to separate the sides. When you particularly look at the game against Durham, we ran them very close. I assume you'd be hoping the girls sort of go with a fearless mentality. Yeah,
and even go back last season when we played Aston Villa here again, it was a close game, and we need to make sure we're hard to beat, hard to break down. Leicester have got a lot of good attacking threats. We've also conceded some goals, so we know that we can get in behind them and cause them problems when we need to. But we have to keep continuing doing the things we've been good at and make sure that we take the game to them. And it's going to be two teams that like to have possession, and we've had possession a lot of the ball. And there's a stat I see the other week. At one point, I think us and Leicester are in the top 3 teams of playing the most passes in the division. So there's potential for both teams to play some football, but we know what they're about, and we've got to try to combat that.
I just want to touch on Charlie Escort. She made her a start for Wales the other day. Great experience for her, and it says a lot about the club. We can have a full international in our ranks.
Yeah, so she, it was great for Charlie to get those minutes, and even it wasn't at left back, it was a little bit different for her. But I think overall, her performances this season are massively warranted getting back into that Welsh side and perform well. So yeah, it's great for us. With Mel Phillips was away with the England youth setup as well. So there's some good players here that it's great. Then they get the international recognition that their performances deserve.
With 2 games to go before another break for Christmas, how nice would it be to go in with 2 big wins, or at least get some more points on the board before we separate again?
Yeah, we know how close the division is. We're obviously tied with Coventry points wise. Goal difference is massive. Charlton games in hand. Very close to us. So we didn't play in the last round. There was 2 fixtures in which the 2 teams around us played and lost. So that was a good victory for us as far as not playing. We know how tight it is down this end of the league, probably from sort of mid-table. And I think if any team can go and put together, a run of 3-4 games where they get some big points on the board, you're going to shoot right up the table and have a little bit of breathing space. And we've seen the likes of Blackburn do that, for example, recently, and Lewis did that early doors in the season. So we've had a good little spell. We need to continue that. 2 big games where we need to continue getting points and make sure when we're sat having our Christmas pudding, we're a bit happier with our league position.